Alright, I'm just gonna preface this review by saying there will not be spoilers in this video. I don't plan on doing a spoiler review of it, but if the demand, I guess, is high enough, then I'll do it, but spoiler free, just so everyone knows. Alright, guys, gals, and everything in between, I'm here today to review for you Avengers Endgame. Now, Avengers Endgame is essentially the culmination, the epic fulcrum of this 10-year saga that the MCU has built. Endgame takes place after Infinity War, where Thanos has snapped half the entire universe's population is all gone, and now they're existing. They're trying to get back, and they're trying to get to where things were, and they have ideas of how to do it, but at the same time they can't all agree on what to do, and things just aren't working out because they lost. They're defeated. You're seeing a lot of very human moments. So I must say, one of the biggest strengths this film has, to its credit, is the human moments. Those were actually a lot of my favorite parts. When characters are kind of showing what it was like after the snap, after everything that happened in Infinity War, and how they're just sort of getting by. That was some of the most effective storytelling. I personally loved that portion. I also thought that the structure is very different. It wasn't a typical MCU film. Because if you look at almost every MCU film, they have a formula that they follow to a T. This one did it very differently. And so it had a lot of cool elements to it, which it's so hard reviewing a film like this without spoilers, because I almost said spoilers a couple times now. Because I want you guys to go in fresh. I would want to go in fresh to something like this too, and I wasn't even excited for Endgame. Frankly, I've been so burned out on superhero movies, Marvel in particular, because I've just not been a fan for a while. And it was, I will say that I enjoyed this more than I thought I would, and I have to say that based on Endgame, I'm not going to watch another MCU film. Just from a storytelling perspective, I can't in good faith watch another MCU film. It's over, it's done. This is a amazing bookend to a saga that you can say, okay, it's done, it's over with. And I'm not going to go because Spider-Man Far From Home, of course, is coming out at the end of the year, I want to say. I'm just not going to see it because to me, the MCU is done and over with right here. That's all you need. As for a lot of people talk about the runtime, yeah, the movie felt obscenely long. It wasn't like, because I can watch Lord of the Rings Return of the King Extended Edition and not feel the time. But this film, I must say, there were some moments I felt the time. And it wasn't even like in the slow parts, you want to call them, in like the beginning. There were just parts of the film that I was just like, all right, we gotta be getting close. We gotta be getting close. And it had emotional moments. It had some really funny moments. Thor does an amazingly good job with some of the humor in this film. And they also just tackle a lot of a wide range of emotions. This film, though, some of the people that really stole the show, in my opinion, were Paul Rudd as Ant-Man slash Scott Lang, and of course Jeremy Renner as Hawkeye. Those two, whoa, this was very much their movie in many spots. So it was just cool to see all of that happen on screen, even though I didn't really care for it. I seriously cannot stand Brie Larson though as Captain Marvel. She was annoying in every scene she was in my opinion. And I don't like her character. I'm done. I don't like it. And there's a couple really like, and again, I'm not the biggest fan right now of the MCU, but I will say there's a couple really dumb moments that you're like, really, we had to stop to do that. Okay, fine. But it's not like severely detracting from the film. It's just kind of annoying that they're there. And actually, that's kind of where you start to feel the, we're still going, because like those spots are just so unneeded. But I will say that the film has a lot of good around it to counterbalance that. But I will say, I think this film did not need to be 3 hours long. a lot of people say, well, it's Endgame, it's the big one. You need the big 3 hour ending. Not really for a superhero movie, in my opinion. Like, there was a lot of story being told, but not enough to warrant 3 hours. Like, whoa. So I know I'm going to be really unpopular for saying that, but it's fine. I enjoyed the film more than I thought I would. I don't think it's an amazing masterpiece of cinema. I know people are going to call it that. I could hear people chattering in the theater, which also I want to thank my local movie theater for having Avengers Endgame and basically allowing me to get a ticket and all that stuff. That was cool. Support your local theaters because those chains are going to stay chains, but your local theaters, they have the heart and soul. So thank you, North Bend Theater. I could hear people chattering in the movie, which was really annoying, frankly. But they were all like, "Oh man, this needs every award ever," and I'm like, "No, no, it doesn't. It's fine. It's a good movie. You got me. You got me, Marvel. You got me on one. Woo." So I will say that this film is worth watching, and it is big screen worthy. A lower end big screen worthy, though. I think it's one of those event films that everyone's going to see anyway, so it doesn't matter that I've said that it's like a lower end big screen worthy. You're all going to go see it anyway. So what did you guys think of Endgame? Don't forget to like and subscribe. Got plenty more videos coming to you. Love you guys.